Well, hello everybody, it's KW back in the wild. I'm going to take you and show you my shuttle bus that I picked up. I picked it up, I'm going to rebuild it for my trip out west boondocking this fall. I'm in northern Wisconsin right now, but I'll show you the first part of it, take you on a little tour of it, and then we will show you what I'm kind of going to do and stuff. So breaker, good buddy, come on. Okay, there's my shuttle bus that I picked up. It's got an E450, that 7.3 power trip motor, diesel, whatever it is. But I'll take you inside and I'm gonna build. I'm gonna fix this baby up for boondocking. It was a party bus, and the people had it. All the kids grew up. They used to take them to little league games and stuff. Pretty good shape, and they got a heck of a deal on it. So, okay, folks, here's the build. So far, we're tearing her apart. There, at the end is a bed. You fold that big plank down, and there's a mattress, or you put a mattress on top of it. I built all that. I won't get into that. I'll show you later. Now I just worked on my stove and my counter. So there's my counter I built. I kept the bottom frame from this party bus. This thing was so solid. It had to be an incredible carpenter that built this, because I mean, it's solid, professional work, unbelievable. So I can't pull that frame out. So if I had all of that out, then I would do a different build for now, because this is just a simple build: stove, refrigerator, bed, storage to go out west in the winter, my first boondocking year in this shuttle bus. So right now I got to figure out what I want to do with that side. But there's what I did, is I'll show you as I get over here. I found some boards up in my shed that we cut down trees several years ago, and a sawmill guy came out and he trimmed a bunch of boards. So I found a couple up there that I couldn't use on my wall inside the cabin. So it's pretty cool. I just cut out a piece now to put my stove in. So I'll kind of show you what it is and so forth. But I'm trying to bring it over here, and you can kind of see what the boards are. You know, they're rugged looking. I'm going to sand them. And varnish them. But it's a solid countertop, 4x4s. You couldn't budge this. And I'll put shelving down here and so forth. Well, doctor, I got to put a propane bottle down there for my refrigerator and stove, and I'll probably put a sink in there someplace. We'll see. Get a small sink, probably to the left of the stove. Okay. So I don't know how the lighting is in here. There, I had to pull the counter. There's my countertop. So I had to put the stove in, and I couldn't get it hooked up too close. So I just pulled the counter off. I just had it kind of laying up there anyways. Couple screws in it, so I'm going to put it back up there now and go from there. Be cooking on it in 10 minutes if I want. Breaker. Okay, my friends, I need a sink for my old shuttle bus project here, my home, and I could have bought a sink online, and I need a deep sink. Everybody loves a deep sink, and I'm very limited in there. I have my counter I'm building. And so I bought this at an auction yesterday for $6, and I'm cutting it. I'm not going to bore you with cutting it. I'm cutting it with a jigsaw. If you can see right here now, and I have to cut it across here to split it, and then I'm going to trim it so it's like 17 inches by 17 inches or 15 inches. So that'll give me like a nice little sink in there. Won't have any faucets or anything like that. It's going to look almost like that. But it's nice and deep. It's at least 10-12 inches deep, which I love. Okay, folks, I cut through it. I won't bore you now. I didn't want to bore you with my jigsaw here. My wonderful little jigsaw I bought at an auction for like $2. You can buy all this stuff. You don't have to buy new stuff. Go to auctions. Bought that for like $2, and I've cut my countertops. I've cut so much with it. I mean, I don't even know what brand it is, but it's a skill. I think I got it for $2 at an auction. And and I cut this plastic right there, nice. And there's my sink I'm going to use at the bottom. Okay, now I'm back. There's my sink. Went from a 2-sink to 1-sinker, and now I got to trim all of this here. You'll see I got to trim. I'm going to trim it just so right into here. Take that all out, and I probably got to trim some more off here. I got to see. But now, right now, is my sink, my sinky sink, and we'll go from there. Nice. Gonna be fun little sink in there, doing my dishes. 10-4. Okay, this is my countertop so far. I got all kinds of shit on it, but I'm putting very little into this thing. It's just log cabin style 1800s, just like everything else I do. So I don't really care what it looks like, as long as it does the job. And I didn't want to pay another 125 bucks for a sink, so I bought that one, cut it in two, trimmed it, and now I just cut a hole out of my deck here, and I'll show you. Or not my deck, my counter, and look at this baby. Sits in here. Look at that deep sink. Oh my God, is that sweet or what? It's gonna look shabby, but I don't care. It's gonna get the job done. It's deep. And when I do dishes on the road out there, and when I'm done, I'm gonna drain it right there, right through the floorboard of this bus, right on the ground. So this is pretty nice. I'll dump the water in, you know, wash them, and all that stuff. So there's my stove. I got to take all this off now and varnish and stain and do the wood there, the bark. I got some stuff coming for that, but it'll be okay. It does the job. Then what I'll do is I'm going to build this all up. I got to put my fridge in here someplace, build cabinets, put a whole front cover on it. I got to put a brace right in the middle, so to get that up in the air, maybe right dead in the middle. We'll see. Breaker. See where my fridge goes first. Okay, take care. Okay, folks, I'm back. I put a couple layers of stain. I stained it yesterday, pre-stain, and I put another pre-stain on it today. I don't know. I think you're supposed to let it dry. So now I got, today at Home Depot, I picked up some stain, and yeah, it's a gun stock. I love that color. I did a picnic table with that. So I'm going to do that, and if any professional woodworking people look at this, they're going to go, oh my God, now that's a piece of shit of work. But it's fun. It's not going to look the greatest, but I got two pieces of wood together. I got bark in the middle. I got some epoxy boat. It's called boat something epoxy. I'll take a video of that. There's my stove. And my sink, I cut out the spot from my sink, and I cut a sink in two, as you've seen probably in the other video. That fits right in here really nice. So it's pretty trashy stuff, but I'm going to have a nice sink. It's going to go right through the floorboard when I do dishes, and then I'll put my stove up here. I've already cooked on it a bunch of times. But touch base, 10-4, breaker. Okay, my shuttle bussy friends, got the fridge in, and it's not in, sitting underneath the propane. My stove, my epoxy is settling. Pretty shitty job, but that's how I roll. This all got to be boarded up here. So I'm working today on my battery box. I got some holes. There were some cables coming up from an old inverter that came in, so I drilled out more holes to get air. You got to have air with your battery. So, and then I may run a solar connection down through that and zip tie it underneath. Quick fix, quick connect. But outside of that, I'm working on that now. I'm going to add 4 batteries. I'm not going to go lithium this time. I'm going to add 2 more 100 AHs or 105 AHs. So I'll have 4 total. So, because I don't know, this fridge is electric, yeah, not propane. So shit. So, but anyways, that's where I'm at now. And you look around here, it's a mess. It's a total mess here because it's all under construction. Got a toaster, ate breakfast under today. Put some curtain rods up. Grabbed an old curtain in my garage. Threw that up here because the sun's beating down. In my, the whole works. So got a light. I bought it at an auction. But that's where we're at right now. We're just want to update you on the build. The RV build from the shuttle bus. 10-4.